Well, the turkey are moving around in this old rain. And the squirrels, oh, they're having the time of their life. Even the old bucks are starting to come out a little bit. It's cooling down. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the foothills of the Smoky. Another chapter of As the Ridge Turns here in East Tennessee. Now, I hope y'all doing well. Here in East Tennessee, it's a rainy morning, but nothing like what we had here a week before. And I mean, it was bad. We had about 10 inches of rain. It was so dry there for a month, though. For over a month, we got no rain, and all at once, we got 10 inches of rain here. And that hurricane come up and mixed with it. This is what we got. And I thank the Lord forever dropped, but I don't care nothing about that. All that damage has happened to our neighbors here just up the road. Pray for them. Pray for them so bad. They got 30 inches of rain over across the mountains, and it drained over into these rivers, and it was bad. So I hope y'all doing well. Doing well. Anyway, they say there's another one coming, but Lord, I hope it don't come this way. We've got enough rain for a little while. And the old pond, it's got water in it, but not what I thought it would. I thought it'd be up to the cameras. But it's been so dry here that the ground just soaked it up. And this old pond is just a sinkhole. It just soaked it up. It's been so dry. I want you to relax. Take it easy. Well, let's see what these little animals done in all this rain. Some of my cameras didn't produce, and some of them are blurry, but this is what I got. So relax, and let's get started. Well, up on the ridge, the deer, it don't matter rain or not. They seem to like it better than rain. When it ain't too heavy, a light rain, they move around real good. And they just enjoying themselves. But here's the ones that's really enjoying themselves. Little squirrels. There's so many nuts on the ground. They're having such a good time. And the turkey, they seem to move around good in this rain. Real, not real heavy, but just the regular rain, they love it. They moving around everywhere. What I can film of them. They seem to be having a good time. Big old birds. And here's a set of twins. They've lost their spots. Come right up to the camera. And here's another set. They seem awful nervous, don't they? But ain't they pretty? And they just mosey anywhere. This one's still got spots. Funny this year. The little squirrels, oh, they're so busy. They don't know where to eat them or carry them off, bury them. They're having a good time. And they got so many to choose from. Make up your mind. But they gotta eat them. So busy. Out in the woods, the deer herd just browsing through before this rain, right at it. Cameras. They notice these cameras different. But no Dirty Dan out on the trail. An old windy day. That hurricane wind coming through. And the squirrels don't like that wind either. But there's too many nuts on the ground for them to stay away. I heard the deer running through. And little Chucky, he's out foraging too. But old Ricky, this is his time of year. He loves these walnuts. He can't get them and eat them fast enough. He's getting down on that, ain't he? And there's plenty to choose from, Ricky. Watch him, he's so excited. So excited. He just get him one and pack it off and eat it. But they're so comical. And they're having a good time. They really enjoy all these nuts. And up at the rock, that looks like little Ricky. Not much going on up here at the rock during the day. Dirty Dan must be not coming out another week. Didn't film him. Down at the pond, on a rainy day, you can see the lenses are wet on the camera, but it makes no mind. The little deer, they love this pond. Got water in it now, but they loved it anyway. And they still seem to be having a good time here. Just a playing, having a good time. And they're running every which way. But they settle down. The herd's at the pond. On the other camera, you can see the weeds here, but they're just about gone. Just about on their gone leg here. And late in the evening, here's a buck browsing at the pond. Got some funny antlers there, don't he? And there's a different one. These are young bucks. These ain't the big mature bucks. But they're around. He's just browsing right up to the camera. Kind of curious what it is. Looks like a 5-pointer, don't it? Funny rack on it. Better picture. Come dark, there's old No-Tail making his way down through the ridge, checking things out. And they just go from camera to camera, seems like, working their way down this ridge. You liable to see them anywhere. All this rain's washed up a lot of worms and stuff. They like them too, grub. And there's old Fred. Hadn't seen him in a while. And there's an old possum, old wet possum. They out making their round. They love these bugs. And they'll find them too. They love to eat on these bugs. But them bugs are winding down too. And it looks like flat top are passing through. They out making their rounds like the rest of them. And there's a deer herd. Well, I could get them in front of the camera there. There's a bunch of them dogs. But them bucks ain't far behind. They're on in their own little patch. They just hadn't come in front of the cameras. They're just buying their time. And that looks like old Yeller, maybe not. I can't really tell. It's a wet night. The cat's wet. But you better watch out for old Coyote here. Coyote don't like the camera. That's for sure. And at the log, got water on the lens. There was a skunk coming through. And coon passing through. And there's a little rabbit out doing his thing too. And there's a little young buck. Seems awful nervous. Looks like a 3-point there. And up at the rock, there's old No-Tail coming through, checking things out. Sometimes you got an itch, you just got to get it, don't you? He's just enjoying the evening. What time it ain't raining. And there's old Flat Top. He's got an itch too. Out doing his thing. And he just moves on through. And the little possums, yep, this is their home. They just come and go. Act like he wanted to go, but he don't. But they just check in from time to time. Where the others has been. And that's all of them at the rock. Down at the pond, yes, it's check-in time for the coons on a wet night. At the other camera, they're right there. Don't know what he's up to. He's got an itch too. But they all out playing with their friends. You can see them in the background playing. Come dawn, the little squirrels are up early. They're not going to miss out. And there's a little possum still at daylight moving around. And the deer just browse through the ridge, feeding on these acorns, sprouts. But another day unfolds here. Here's Mommy with a set of twins. These don't have no spots. The deer are growing fast. Can't believe it. But anyway, it's time for the squirrels. They just having a wild time. Burying nuts everywhere they can. Even little ground squirrels. And it's their time of year. They having the best time of their life this time of year. And there's so much to choose from. They don't know which one to grab and eat. But they won't last long. But ain't they precious to watch? They can go through them walnuts, I'll tell you. Well, guys, that's what stepped in front of the cameras during this rough week of nothing but rain. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.